Mustard Knuckle.
Hello everybody, Mustard Knuckle back again, heading out today in the AMD 35, A-35, also known, aka, as the Panhard 178. We will talk about some history of this vehicle, we'll take a look at this gameplay, see how it goes, and any tips that come along. Like, don't miss. That's one tip. That's, well, don't ricochet either. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's a hit. Did something. Do that. Something more like that's what you're looking for. So, this is an interesting vehicle. It came about, let's hit this guy. Jeez. But you can see the way this works. It's a 25mm gun. At range, not very good. Pretty effective for what it is, depending on who you can take out and when you actually take them out. Ideally, you'd like to get a gunner pretty early on, and then you can have some time to set up some more shots. But ammo is pretty good. I mean, you can see the pen. We got a little bit of an angle on this thing, and it's still able to pen, so that's nice. But overall, not super effective. The vehicle has very little armor, but you do have decent speed, so you want to be able to keep moving, which is not what I'm doing. Maybe not what this map is best for, but I'll try to keep moving as much as possible. I was already in whatever the even lower, maybe H39, something like that, in this game, unsuccessful. The French low tier is very slow, and slow reloads, not very good guns. It's just there's not a lot of upside on the low tier of the French stuff in the tanks, because you need something. You either need, if you don't have pen, you need a fast reload. If you don't have a fast reload, you need good pen. If you don't have a fast reload or good pen, you need speed. So you need something. The French tanks low tier, jeez, almost, man, pancake that right on the ground. At the low tier, you maybe get one of those, but you definitely aren't going to get two in all likelihood. But this Panhard 178 came about in the early 30s. The French wanted a vehicle, 4x4, kind of like a reconnaissance vehicle to travel with troops, so that they could go out, drive around, check it out, see what's going on, and then also have something capable of doing, small engagement. So it's got the 25mm cannon. It's also got a 7.5mm coaxial gun. Now, something I thought of a little while ago, I'm not too sure, some of you that are new to the game might not know, when people refer to a coaxial gun, they're referring to the machine gun. It's called a coaxial gun if it's mounted in the turret and turns on the same axis as the main gun. So if they're both pointing straight ahead, then that means that the gun points straight ahead as well. They're on the same axis. They're coaxial. Whereas if it's a machine gun on its own, it'll have its own, ball turret or something like that, where it's not coaxial. It's a machine gun. So it's sometimes people use them interchangeably. But if it's not on the same axis, you can see it there. If it's not on the same axis as the cannon, it's not really coaxial, although it still is a machine gun. So anyway, you hear those terms sometimes, and hopefully, if you didn't know, hopefully that helped. Golly, I'm all over the place. Jeez. And crit, fire, and there we go. Pull the throttle off so I didn't pass him. Alright, now let's see what we can do. Get down here. Something that's to consider also when you're playing the game, especially with low tier stuff, it's too slow to get in the, really get in the battle, or you don't have a good gun, so you can't do much with it. Try to get in the plane as much as you can. A plane can at least get you assists. Sometimes it can get you kills, depending on what you're going for. Important to try to go top down on these guys, because the weakest armor is, if there is any, is on top. So even if you're in a low tier vehicle that can't do much of anything, you can still get hits. You can get, and there's 2 kills, so you can still get kills that'll be credited to the vehicle if you're in the plane. So just something to think about, as often as possible, hop in the plane if you're in a vehicle that doesn't really work for getting kills. This, like I said, they started developing this in the 30s, early 30s, and it was interesting because they had 4 companies, Renault and a couple others there in Europe, design vehicles. Let's see if we can get this guy, save our friend. There we go. Excuse me. They had those 3, and then Panhard wanted to do something. I don't know how you say it, if it's Panhard, Panhard, whatever. I'll say it the American way, Panhard. Sorry. The company wanted to do something. They said, you know, well, they didn't let them in to send a prototype, so they said, or a proposal, I guess, of what they wanted to make. So they said, well, we'll just build a prototype, and we'll see what's the deal with that. So one of the companies built a prototype that was slow and ineffective. Reliability. Jeez, I just dropped. I was shooting my machine gun or my coaxial gun at the same time I spawned, and I just dropped one of my bombs. Less than ideal. But Panhard. Oh, good. Now I can go bomb. Panhard wanted to put something out. So one of the companies put something out that was slow and not so great, and then Renault put something out that was kind of based on a car. Can't remember, but they showed them a couple different versions of what they thought they could do. Okay, cool. Hopefully this will be another kill. Get me some points here. Goodness gracious! Come on. There we go. And tail slide. Oh, cool! It actually is a tail slide. Over. Rudder. Cool. That was a pretty... Now, if I had my smoke on, that would have been a really cool maneuver. Somebody's still shooting at me. Let's see. Just get some hits on these guys. Hopefully, if I can get a decent hit, that'll be enough to get me an assist. So, try for that. We did cap the point, so that's good. And continuing with the history quickly before I get killed here. I'm sure I'm going to die soon. So the Renault one, they had a couple, but they were based on a vehicle they already had, so they weren't a fan of that. Another company put one out too late, and another one put something out that just wasn't really all that great. So this Panhard one was interesting. They thought, huh, well, this is kind of a, you know, interesting concept here. It's got speed, 4x4. The cannon, I think, wasn't ready yet, so they had to you know, improvise a little bit at the beginning. They, as time went on, figured out how to, as it works, you know, when you have a, oh, jeez, this guy's, there's somebody over here. You know, flaws were discovered, so they fixed that up. There were some cracks in various areas, overheating, I think, which was common. Everything overheated back then. So that, you know, those, you see those vents over the back part, over the engine cover there. They put tons of vents on there, let the heat out, and then I think they installed some fans or something like that. But and that was pretty much it. This thing stayed in service all the way. Oh gosh, where I think it was in service all the way into, yeah, into the 60s. So they designed it in the 30s. Stayed in service until the 60s, and what a, you know, what a machine. 30, 40 years almost. I'm gonna be done here in a second, I think. No. Okay. Get him. Crit. Driver. Only the driver. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, jeez, they got me again. I'm done. He's got me. It's over. Oh, he just went right through me. Still not much I can do. Alright, that's it. Well, 5 kills, 2 air targets, 1 zone. Good enough. Alright, so let's get into the S-35. I don't really want to talk about this because this video is not really about this thing, but let's just go see what we can get into with this. This one is modded now, and this is as fast as it goes. So you can imagine what it's like trying to score points with an unmodded version of this thing. It's virtually impossible because you can't even get in the game. When you do get in the game, the gun is not terrific. So that's what I was talking about earlier with, you know, when you get in something like this, just jump in the plane, jump in the plane, jump in the plane, because that's going to be an easy way to score points, whether the points are for hits or whether the points are for assists or killing other planes or whatever. But as you can see, I mean, it's just so slow. Let's see, man. I feel like we should be winning this game. I guess I'm gonna go to C. That guy's over there by B, and I'm gonna go over to C as slowly as possible. Zooming along here, racing to C to try to get a cap, because I feel like we've been in control of this game the whole time. So I'd like to help this guy out. Short. Here we go. See if we can get him. Come on. Got a hit. Let's get another hit. Another hit. And you see how this works. I mean, it's a full-on tank, and I can't do anything at, what, 0.3? And it misses. You know, the accuracy's not great. So this is the trouble of, you know, the early stuff. There we go. There's an assist. And, you know, other countries aren't quite like this. Like US, you get into Stuart pretty quick. You got speed, you got quick reload, all that kind of stuff. Try to get an easy, quick kill on that thing. You know, when you're desperate in these games early on, you do that as well. I mean, if you see an airplane basically crashing, take some shots at it with the gun and see if you can get a hit right before it crashes, and then that's your kill. It's wonderful. Let's see here. If I can break something on him or scare him into moving. Oh, he's shooting it. Oh, we got I think our LTV guy's over there. And bouncing. Be patient. Here we go. I drove right through, and I'm so slow I can't. Golly. You can see the traverse on the turret is ridiculously slow too. Okay, I got to get over here and help this guy so we can cap C. It looks like we are capping B. We can cap C, and then we can make this happen. This is possible. We still got a chance to win this, so I would like to win. Alright, here we go. Did he get? I don't think he got him. I'm going to drive across it for sure, and at least decap it. Yeah, he killed that guy. Okay. Airplane. Let's see if we can get some shots on him quick. No, too slow on the turret. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do a video about this one some other time. But going back into the Panhard 178, that covers most of the development side of it. They ended up making almost 1,000 of them, maybe 600 or 700 of them. And then in service, they were basically everywhere. They were also captured by the Germans early on, and the Germans forced the French to continue producing them for Germany, which is kind of rude. Like, we like your vehicle, we'll take these, and you can keep making those. So the ultimate bully in history situation, pretty ridiculous, pretty awful. What the French were forced to do, you had to make vehicles for your enemy, which is terrible. But that's war as well. Especially when a psychopath gets control of a country and tries to take over other countries. But anyway, let's discuss. Come on, fire! I didn't get what I needed. I needed something better than that. Give me something good. Okay, I got somebody. I can't tell who. Come on. Oh, they're getting B. The guy on B got killed, I think. And just shot after shot. So you can see the effectiveness even at 0.06. I'm right next door to this guy. And I can't get through. If I shoot down by the tracks, then I can't get through to the last guy. So there we go. That's what I needed. I had to get the driver. Sometimes you can wait for him to switch and then take him out again if you got good pen on something. And we're about to lose. There's no way I'm going to get over there in time. So that's the game. Well, it's fun when they work out like this, isn't it? We will do another Panhard video just to complete that, and then we'll do another one on this S35, and hopefully it'll be a quick one. I'm going to try to make it as fast as possible. Maybe I'll just run in and, like, charge and see what happens, but this Panhard's an interesting vehicle, more interesting than you would think, just because of that history of the development, what they chose, why they chose it, and when Germany came in, and then you can see how many, I have no mods on that thing, so, Oh yeah, no, there's no mods on that S35, so that's even more. So 13 knots unmodified. I bet you we'll get 17 or 18 later. Anyway, guys, subscribe, turn on notifications. You'll get these videos. We're doing 3 or 4 a week, and it'll be the same history, gameplay tips in every single one. Good luck, have fun. We'll see you in the next one.